Okay, so while Peter's finishing up work, I wanted to tell you about my diet right now because I've changed a few things. So, my face was breaking out terribly last week. Terribly. I took a vlog of it, but I forgot to post it. I might still post it. It's just frustrating when everything you do you feel like doesn't work and you don't know what does work. And with my whole history of everything I've tried, I feel like I kind of know some avenues to try. So, uh, this weekend, I went back to what I know, went back to my basics, and I stopped eating sugar, dairy, eggs, and I actually stopped eating meat also. The reason for meat is there's a lot of hormones and just processedness about our meat. Um, and anything you ingest, it goes into your body. That's the stupidest statement ever. Everything you ingest goes in your body. Wow, Chelsea, that's genius. Everything you put into your body, your body has to metabolize and use, including hormones from animals. So if I'm eating beef and it has hormones that they fed the cows so that they can keep producing milk, because that's one of the things they do. They pump those cows full of hormones. We did get organic beef from Costco, so I don't know if they still do as much antibiotics. I think they don't, but who knows. And I'm sure chicken's fine too because they don't really give chickens hormones. But still, the food that they feed them is not their natural food. They feed them a lot of, even the cows too, they feed them a lot of corn. Cows don't eat corn. When was the last time you saw a cow wandering out in the field, just go to a cornfield and start eating? Never. I have never. Don't live around cows. Maybe they do. I don't know. If anyone has been around cows, please let me know. But it doesn't seem like something that would be logical. Anyway, cows eat grass and maybe wheat if it's growing near. I don't know. Stuff that grows on the ground. Anyway, so I stopped eating meat. Saturday I went all day on that. And it felt great. Actually, Saturday night I did have a few bites of meat because we went out to a dinner and they had goulash and it was really good. So I did have some meat then, but I tried to limit it. And the sauce, I didn't know what was in it, so I just kind of had, a few bites, enough to enjoy, but not ruin everything on my test progress. So then Sunday, I continued the same, and I kept out dairy, sugar, eggs, meat. Dairy is just bad in general if you have skin issues. I've heard from several people, and I was looking up other YouTube videos on skin, and there's this other girl, she's great. I mean, she's so thorough on what she tells you, and I found it very interesting that my experience was so parallel and similar to hers. And she also found that dairy is just not good for her. I think it's Missbrawr. I'll put it down below. Anyway, I learned a lot from her, and I learned that my situation is not unique. She also experienced it, and I'm sure there's lots of other people that do too, even if it's on a much smaller scale. So anyway, dairy is just, if you have any kind of problems, it's not the best. And then sugar, obviously, is kind of a no-brainer if you think about it logically. Sugar is just not good for you. It feeds cancer if you have any cancerous cells. It's not good for your skin. It's not good for your arteries. It can contribute to hardening of the arteries later and even diabetes and so many other bad things. Name something good that comes from sugar. Processed sugar. I eat natural sugar still, but not processed sugar. Try and think of something good. I can't think of something good other than energy, which you can get in hundreds of other ways, and you actually don't need processed sugar for that. But processed sugar is something that you would go to processed sugar specifically for. I can't think of one redeeming quality. So there goes sugar, there goes dairy, there goes meat, and then eggs. Eggs is not something I ever really thought about, but when I got tested for my naturopath years ago, she said I'm sensitive to eggs. She did the blood test, so I trust her, and I just stopped eating them. It's, it takes a little bit of work, but it's not a heartbreak for me. And at this point, when I cut out the eggs, sugar, dairy, and meat this weekend, it was fine, and I didn't miss it, and my face got to the point where it was so bad that I just was willing to do anything, and I cut it out, and it wasn't a problem. I wasn't missing it. I wasn't craving it. I will say, though, if you eat a particular way, and you're kind of going to start cutting anything out of your diet, whether it's to lose weight or have better skin, be prepared, because it's challenging at first, unless you're motivated enough to have it not be sad or, you know, kind of a bummer when you're out eating, or if you see foods that you want. I went grocery shopping and I was walking around and I saw the cupcake mixes and the brownie mixes. I thought, oh, foods I used to eat, that's nostalgic. But I didn't want it because I now associate all the negative things that it does for me, and it's terrible for me. It's not good. So if you are thinking about making any dietary changes, go slow, be patient with yourself. Don't expect to be able to just shut it off overnight. I did, but that's because I've had experience doing it in the past. And technically I don't really eat sugar sugar or eggs or dairy anyway. But I've slowly started letting them creep back into my diet here and there. So cutting it out again is fine. It's kind of just tightening the reins. Meat is a new one. I've never really been a fan of meat though. Meat is always my dreaded category on my plate. I eat my vegetables fine. I eat my starches fine. I eat my... Man, what are the 4 food groups? Vegetables, protein, carbohydrates, fruit. I'm blanking. Anyway, but meat was always my, okay, I'll eat it because I know it's good for me and I should. But I never looked forward to it. And sometimes I enjoyed it, but it's like, I mean, if it wasn't there, I wouldn't notice type of a thing. I only ate it because I thought it was good for me. So that wasn't a problem cutting out. I did have some tuna last night. I made some tuna and mustard and put it on crackers, and that was really good, just to get me some more protein. And then tonight, Peter had a really good idea. We're going to go get salmon. I'm okay with fish because they don't pump fish full of hormones, and obviously they can do farmed, but I think where we're going, I think it's wild caught. I'm not sure. I'm going to ask. But anyway, I'm still doing fish. So we'll see. So I went all Saturday, all Sunday. Today's Monday. So far, I feel actually really, really good. I feel very good, better than I have in a long time. I feel like I can breathe clearer. This is going to sound a little gross, but you know sometimes at the end of the day when you see a white film on the back of your tongue, my dentist told me that was plaque, and you're supposed to scrape your tongue every day because that plaque can give you cavities. I haven't had it the past few nights, so that tells me something. So I'm curious to see what happens. I don't know if it's the answer. I don't know if it's just a 3-day answer. If it's a 3-day answer, it's fine. My face looks great. I mean, to you, it doesn't probably look great, but it's healing, and it's so much better than it was. And I'm so happy. So happy. So as long as I see progress, I know I'm on the right track. So I'm going to keep it up, and I'll post progress and let you know how it goes and let you know how it is for me. And if you have any questions about it or, you know, anything I didn't mention, let me know, because I'm happy to answer and tell you anything that you're curious about. So let me know. And if you have ever cut out anything and you have any tips or creative ways to do it or workarounds, I'd be curious too. Feel free to share. And once again, can we just talk about how cute these earrings are? These earrings and my ring that I got from Emily Maynard for Town and Reese. So stinking cute. I love them. You can see all my breakouts and my scarring. That's what I'm talking about, but it's getting better. They're just so darling. And the ring, I love it. So cute. So excited. Go check it out. If you haven't checked out their site, it's actually really, she has a lot of really pretty pieces, and they're made with quality. They feel different than even some stuff that I get at Nordstrom. I had a pair of Nordstrom earrings one time, and I was so tired at the end of the day, and I took them out. They were some kind of chandelier-ish earrings. I love them. They were my favorite. I took them off, and I was probably a foot away from the ground, and I just kind of dropped them, and it broke in half. And so did my heart. Not really, but you know what I mean. It was terrible because they don't carry them anymore, so I couldn't replace them. But I feel like these are really sturdy and made of quality, and I'm very happy.